But it's going to be hard because she's going to be further away and I'm not going to be able to get there as quickly if she wants anything.
Sometimes Kay will do FaceTimes with me and things like that, which make me feel like $100. Or for those who have kids going away, look at ways for them. Let them tell you how they want to engage. You'll be surprised. They actually miss you too.
And I'd been told I was lazy. I wasn't sticking with it. If I just had follow through, it's not easy. You're balancing kids, you're balancing their activities. Like, I mean, our kids were in cheer for how many years together? Yeah. And it's like you're rushing between practice. There's no time to cook a healthy meal. And so you're grabbing whatever's there and you're eating whatever's easiest for them. And you're doing, and you just go. And then you're traveling and there's no time. I started therapy and therapy is not a bad word.
No.
Repeat after me. It's not a bad word.
I love it. Yeah.
Therapy is important because we have our partners, we have our spouses, we have our kids, we have our parents. They can't be everything. Because think about it as a mom. You try and be everything for everybody and then you crumble. You can't be everything for everybody.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We're talking the sandwich years and I have a special friend with me. So for those who don't know, sandwich years is when you have, you're taking care of some sort of elder, which could be your parent, your aunt, your uncles, could be anybody that you're taking at the top bun. And then you have potentially younger children, older children, adult children, and now we're putting in dogs as well, someone else that's dependent on you. And you're in the middle. And so you're in the sandwich years where you're giving like this and you're kind of smushed. We called it squeezed and blessed. And I have a friend with me right now, and her name is Shelley. And so, Shelley, if you can introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and how you're squeezed and blessed.
Thanks, Chantal. It's great to be here. So I'm Shelley, and I am 52 years old. Proud to admit it now. I struggled for a very long time to admit I was the over 50 crowd. Although if you listen to my grandmother, it was always you reverse it when it's in your favor. So technically I'm only 25. So
I like that.
If we can pull that one, I think that works.
I'm 5.
There you go.
I'm going to be 5. How's about that? I'm 4 right now. And 4. No, I don't like that. We are going to be 5.
Go
ahead.
But anyway, so I'm a mom of 3 girls. I have my fur baby as well, my dog. I have a mom. I have, my dad did pass away during COVID. So, not with us anymore, but in spirit. I have sisters and in-laws and, sorry, I just completely.
No, keep talking.
In-laws and everything. And then, of course, I have my partner who I've been with now for coming up on 5 years, and he's great. And, his family, his parents, siblings, cousins, like it's
They're all
it's
one
huge.
big family.
It's a huge family. And for me, my mom doesn't live near me, so I do try and help where I can. But it's more like, helping my boyfriend with his parents because they're closer, and just the kids. And my kids are college, about to go off to university, and going into grade 10. So it's a busy,
a good
chaotic
mix. A good mix. Okay, so let's start dissecting a little bit of your squeezed and blessed scenario here. So mom's well.
Yes, mom is doing very well right now.
But it's hard because you can't see her often because you have to because she's farther away. So if anything, will she come to visit you and stay for a bit?
Yeah, she actually did come for about 2 weeks, the end of June, which was great. Now she's off with my sister down in Nova Scotia. So she's doing her summer vacay there.
I love it.
She's doing the rounds. It's hard because I also work full time and my job is demanding and there's a lot of stuff. So like when you're taking time off for health reasons, for personal reasons, helping the kids, and then you're trying to, it's not always as easy. Would I like to do more? 100%. But we'll get there. We'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. And I think one of the things with your mom too, you're actually with her, she's dealing with grief. She's dealing with my new reality, her new reality of without your father.
Yeah.
And that's hard. That's hard. And I think a lot of people forget about the survivor guilt, the what do I do now?
Yeah.
And so dealing with a mom that has to deal with that, you're in our family. You're part of this. The girls love you, that kind of stuff. The fur baby loves you. And just reminding her that piece that, you know what, now you still have to go rediscover life again.
Yeah.
but you still have your base of your family still, and your family just looks a little different.
Yeah. And she's doing great. Like she's getting out, she's joining clubs,
Oh,
she's doing
nice.
things. So like she's really found herself and is doing fabulous.
Oh,
So
good.
it's great.
Good.
Yeah.
And then we've got in-law, which is a lot trickier as well, and in-law families and things like that, and boyfriend and spouses and partners and stuff like that. There, you're checking in with them as well. And then we've got the kids.
Yep.
And so one of the things that I've already had to deal with is sending your kid off to school. And sending your kid off to school is hard. Like it's really hard because you're used to them being your side pocket.
Yeah.
And you can check in with them as often as possible. How did you deal, and what kind of tools did you use to kind of make it a little easier for both of you?
I think what worked out really great is that when my eldest went to college, she's just at Centennial.
Okay.
It's at Progress Court. It's not far from here. So she is like, half an hour we can get to her.
Nice.
Her school campus is downtown. And so even then it's a 45-minute drive to get downtown to go and help her if she needs something. So that it has helped a lot. One of the things I did is I left it up to her to decide what works best for her when it comes to communication. So for her, she was like, I want to talk to you every night still.
Oh, very nice.
So every night at 10 o'clock, we have a call. Now, we do have the odd day where she's like, are you awake still? Because no, mom's passed out and I missed the call. Or there's times where she's like, yeah, the transit was sucky and I just don't want to, like, I'm tired. Can we just skip it? So we'll talk other times.
So asking them the way to engage, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And it's great when it's known territory. So if you know the territory. So for me, my daughter went away to Ottawa and it was a little tricky. It was hard for me. And I think also in the days coming up for her going away, I was pushing her away before she was even gone. Yeah. And I had to be told, what are you doing? After, like literally, I kind of got my wit again. And I was just sitting there going, geez, I'm going to miss her. Like she's there. Like I can't. And so when we dropped her off, for me, it was hard. It was very hard to drop her off. I didn't cry. I did not cry. Because everybody had a bet that I was going to cry. I think maybe my husband might have cried a little bit, but I didn't cry. I think when I visited her the first time and saw her in her element and saw how comfortable she was. So one of my recommendations I would say to people is, that leaving is one thing, but visiting them once they're in their element will make you feel so much comfortable, like so much better, And
that's where I'm going to be this fall because my second one is going off to school, but she's going to Peterborough to Trent, which is great because that's my school. Yeah. I went to Trent. She's actually going to even be in the same residence. She's at Otonabee College, so super excited.
Very nice.
But that's going to be harder because it's not like still Peterborough's not that far. It's it's not like driving to Ottawa. No offense, it's closer than Ottawa. But it's going to be hard because she's going to be further away and I'm not going to be able to get there as quickly if she wants anything. But, we'll make trips. We'll go visit. We'll do stuff and plan it that way. And again, the same thing. She'll tell me how often she wants to communicate. Does she want to see us regularly? Does she want us to just call? And we can work that out.
And technology has gotten so much further. So when you need to see them, let's do a FaceTime. Yeah. And so sometimes Kay will do FaceTimes with me and things like that, which make me feel like $100. Or she'll be like, hey, you free? Let's talk now. And I'm like, you want to talk to me? You want to talk to me now? Yeah, okay. And so those kind of privileges things. But the technology helps. And so for those who have kids going away, look at ways for them. Let them tell you how they want to engage. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised because originally you'll think, oh, they don't care. But they actually miss you too. Yeah. I think that's one of the things too. They miss their home and where they're used to. And so calling home, having that familiar ability is key.
Well, and it's also realizing that it's no longer you to solution, right? It's a lot of times they're going to spew stuff on the phone at you or through the visit or through the text or through the email. And it's like, okay, what do you need from me, right? So taking that pause to kind of reflect on what are they asking for here and letting them kind of discover, that's a huge thing, right? Letting go and we probably don't start it early enough, but being able to have those discussions and recognize those emotions and let them live it, let them feel it. And then just say, okay, I hear you. It sounds really tough. Can't be easy because, School is hard. It's hard to live away from home. And then just, what do you need from me? You know, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Right? Do you need advice? Do you just want me to listen?
I think that's another key thing. Understanding when, before they start talking to you, and they're going, am I mom mode or am I listening mode?
Mm-hmm.
And mom mode's solution oriented.
Yeah.
But listening mode is just like letting them figure out their solutions. And
Yeah.
you're just sort of sitting there going, you got it. You're good. and that actually is very comforting in itself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No. So we've talked about the top, we've talked about the bottom, and there's a reason why Shelley is here today, because we're going to celebrate something. We're going to talk about self today. And so, Shelley, tell us a little bit about your journey for yourself and why we're celebrating today.
Why are we celebrating today? We are celebrating rediscovery, self-awareness, and taking control. So the old adage of, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, this old dog has learned some new tricks.
Oh, yeah.
And I have struggled for well over 2 decades with weight management.
Okay.
I have a number of health issues, a couple autoimmune, and things that have made life difficult. I have just life that's been difficult with different things and challenges and changes in my family structure and stuff like that. And I had skyrocketed and was pretty much living over 200 pounds for years. And I'd actually hit my worst. I was on the cusp of 250 pounds.
Okay.
And I had gone to 2 specialists. One was like, oh, you're going to need to do this. And I'm like, I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. And the second one, again, every doctor's office is different. And when you're overweight, and I'm sure people can relate to this, you walk in and the first thing they look at you and they're like, well, just lose the weight.
Yeah.
You're just a big girl.
Yeah.
And rather than taking me seriously, or at least I didn't feel taken seriously, he's like, well, I can refer you to a doctor with a supervised weight loss program. I'm like, fine, just do it. And I remember going to the first appointment, listening to that. I'm like, there's no way this is going to work. This is just another stupid fad diet. This is another waste of time. And you want me to do what? Like, give up cheese? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm French Canadian here, man. I eat cheese all day long.
We like our cheese. Well, I can't have cheese. I'm lactose. But yes, you like your cheese.
Yeah. So anyway, so I just kind of went, all right. And then, like I said, I got the second call and I was like, all right, I have to go in. I have to go all in. And I will never forget that very first meeting. As skeptical as I was, the message that finally made me kind of wake up was, this isn't about a diet. You've done diets. I've done all of them.
Yeah. And I can raise my hand. Me too. Yeah.
I can tell you the laundry list of diets I did. And every one you would lose and then you'd gain back. You'd lose and you'd gain back. And I'd been told I was lazy. I wasn't sticking with it. If I just had follow through. It's not easy. You're balancing kids. You're balancing their activities. Like, I mean, our kids were in cheer for how many years together? Yeah. And it's like you're rushing between practice. There's no time to cook a healthy meal. And so you're grabbing whatever's there and you're eating whatever's easiest for them. And you're doing, and you just go. And then you're traveling and there's no time. And you don't prioritize as a parent. You're constantly doing things for them, even though we know we should.
Yeah.
So I just finally said, I need to bite the bullet. I need to make this for me. And so what resonated was, this is not a diet.
Okay.
This is a lifestyle change. And when this is done and you hit your target, you're not going back to this.
Yeah.
And, so it was a huge change. The first part was very, very difficult and like eating out was a challenge, but I survived. I figured out ways to make healthy choices when I was out. I made sure I had things that I could eat with me when we went away so that I always had a backup or a plan. And I, when was it? I think in June, I finally hit under 200 pounds and now I am well over 60 pounds lost.
Wow.
So well on my way to hitting my landmark. And the part I like is I'm learning portion control.
Yep.
I'm learning how to limit and how to properly read labels, how to actually, like, just because it says there's no sugar, what are the carbs and what is related to that, right? So there's a lot of lessons I've been learning, but the biggest thing is I learned that I can do it.
Yeah. No. And so when we say lifestyle change, this is something where, and I'm going to ask you, I'm sure when you were 200 pounds, your back hurt, your knees hurt. And we related to, I'm over 50. This is what's supposed to happen. Then I'm sure neck, there's a lot of pains and ailments that you're sort of sitting there going, which actually also prohibit you to do exercise because you're not feeling good.
Yeah.
Now, so weight is one thing, but when you start putting better food in your body, you start kind of feeling better.
Well, and that's the thing. So because I also, I have an autoimmune disease and I suffer from fibromyalgia. So pain for me, it's not the weight. It's all, which it is those other things too. It's like my pain has not dissipated. Like I still deal with pain.
Have this
but it's not the same.
Okay.
It is when you take over 60 pounds off your knees.
Oh,
it's huge.
Yep.
It makes a huge difference. It's not going to course correct what I have. Like I still have to deal with those, but my flares, my intensity is better managed. It means like one of the hardest parts with fibromyalgia is you need to exercise. Well, when you're already hurting, you're overweight, you're out of shape, I can exercise again. Does it hurt sometimes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have days where I overdo it and I need to take a day of rest? Absolutely. But I can do it.
You can do it.
And I can push through. And the perfect example is 5-6 years ago, I did my first ever Mud Girl run. So if you haven't seen it, look it up. It's phenomenal.
I've done it too. And that's also, I did it at a point when I had lost 20 pounds.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you have to do it, but you have to be in a better shape than you ever, better shape than when you initially thought you could just do it. Because there are some.
The first time I did it, and I did, this year I went back and I did a comparison because it's been 5 mud runs that I've done. COVID was in the mix, so that's why there's some gaps or whatever between the years that I did it. And I looked at the very first picture to this one, and I was beyond overweight. The fact that I even survived getting through that first one, I don't know how I did it. Yeah. And, comparing where I am now and how I felt. And I remember after each one of those, I was in bed the next day. I didn't move. I couldn't do all the activities. I had to take, I don't know how many breaks and stop moving and just sit and rest. And this year I did it. And I poor planning. I went completely on my own. So I wasn't there. My family was there. My boyfriend, one of my daughters, and my mom were all there to cheer me on. But I was the only one. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. And I did. And did I take breaks? Yeah. But I did all the obstacles. I did everything. And the next day I was stiff. I was sore, but I wasn't laid up.
Yeah.
And that was just the huge win, right?
That was a huge aha. So, I mean, I love this story. I love the understanding of self-care. And I'll be honest, it doesn't come immediate for people who give care to different places. For me, I lost 30 pounds. I'm really happy, very happy about this 30 pounds. But I've done all these crazy sorts of weight loss things and things like that. And so I've seen the ups and downs and all this. But this one seems to stick. And so with me, it was a lifestyle change. It's having those snacks. It's choosing better food than certain foods. I love my cookies. Everyone knows I love cookies. Sandwiches are good too, but I love cookies. And cookies, I would eat cookies for dinner because that's what I could grab. Not a good solution. It's not nourishing my body. Made a change. I saw a picture of myself. That's kind of what I had seen of myself at my friend's anniversary party. Yeah. And I was like, I don't like how I look. I don't like how I feel, my knees, my back. And then I was like, is this what 50 is going to be? I can't do this. And also, if I have so many people that I have to care for, what's this whole theory of putting a mask on you first? You got to take care of yourself. And so that was my TSN turning point. Yeah. And ever since then, it's like, okay, choose better. Certain things. I learned more about my body. I learned more
Mhm.
about the fact that I go up to extremes.
Mhm.
And so taking that moment. So I'm assuming you also took a moment and you learned a lot about what your body needs, what it shouldn't have, and how your body affects certain
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Well, and that's it. Because when you start cutting out all these other things, and like I remember, because I do regular check-ins with the doctor and everything, because obviously I'm still on this journey. I'm not at the ideal healthy weight range yet, so still working on it. And I remember saying to her, like, I just had the worst craving. All I wanted was a hamburger. Like, I just wanted, and we won't say which brand because,
Yes.
but anyways, I just wanted this hamburger. I could taste it. And it went on for 2 weeks. And I said, I finally caved. And my daughter's like, just get it out of your system so you can move on.
Yeah.
I ate it and I went, "Ugh,
It didn't taste the same, eh?
what? This, like, that's not what this is
Yeah.
what it tastes like. And I didn't want it anymore. And I haven't had a craving. I have no interest. Like, I still, like,
Yeah.
the kids, they're kids. They still want to have one occasionally. I get it for them.
Yeah.
But I have no desire. Like, I don't even, like, beforehand, every time I was on a diet, you would start to salivate when people are eating things that you wanted. Like,
Not anymore.
not anymore.
Not anymore. So that's food wise. So that's
Mhm.
that's weight. Have you done anything mentally or and something to grow with? Like, how did education wise, like, what other things did you do beyond physique?
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff. So, when you deal with losing a parent, when you deal with different challenges, like, family members having health issues, or even mental health, like taking a look at all the challenges everybody's faced since COVID, right? Like, COVID had a huge mental health impact on so many areas. So I started therapy, and therapy is not a bad word.
No.
Repeat after me. It's not a bad word.
I love it. Yeah.
Therapy is important because we have our partners, we have our spouses, we have our kids, we have our parents. They can't be everything. Because think about it as a mom. You try and be everything for everybody, and then you crumble. You can't be everything for everybody. So therapy is important. And I started therapy, and it was like kind of dissecting, not, oh, my childhood, this, or it's not about that. It's, I don't understand, right?
Yeah.
So it was recognizing I needed to work on stress management. I needed to work on sleep hygiene.
Yep.
Who knew sleep hygiene was a thing?
Oh, 100%. But it totally is.
Yeah.
Like, apparently the rumor is 7 to 8 hours is what you need. A caregiver knows. You don't get 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
You're lucky. But if you make it a regimen and you make sure that you do it, you start seeing the differences. So sleep, definitely keep going.
But and it's not even just the getting the hours of sleep. It's the
Good sleep.
It's how do you prepare yourself to get that sleep so that you actually fall asleep and stay asleep, right?
Yep.
So the habits you form, breaking bad habits. And stacking those good habits. My therapist is going to be so proud of me. Stacking those good habits together so that you start to remember them, and realizing that we are all human and we're going to make mistakes, and you will fall off, and you just get back up and you do the next one. So meditation, learning to breathe. Breathing is so important, and we take it for granted, but just taking a pause to breathe. Yoga, just walking outside. I haven't done, like, exercise has not been the major part of my weight loss journey, but it's been something I've been able to add in. So I've been more active. I've done exercises, but everything has been around self-care through mental health, self-care through proper eating, self-care through sleep, stress management, like all of it, right? So all of this together has helped me achieve this journey. And it's not done, and lots to do and stuff. And I've taken a lot of courses. I know I got to take one about supporting our kids with emotions and stuff. And that was so eye-opening. There were so many things that you don't even think about, like the different types of personalities and how we react to the emotions of our children, right? In that height of the moment where we suddenly start solutioning for them, or we just suddenly, what are you talking about? Don't be so rude. Like, but they're having emotions, right? Like, they're going through their own stuff. But what I thought was most eye-opening was realizing that each one of our children had a different mom.
Okay.
And I was like, huh?
What do you mean?
But it's because when
explain.
so, like, when my first was born, like, she was the only kid. My life was a certain way, and my relationship at the time was a certain way. And
We're just
It was
in
new.
different, we're in different parts of our journey of life.
Yeah.
And our kids intertwine, and it actually changes. Like
Exactly.
everybody always says, you know, the second kid gets the soother from the floor, and you put it in your mouth and you give it to them. Whereas the first kid is like, where's the bathroom? I have to get the bathroom. So totally. But I love that theory because I never actually thought about it that way.
Yeah.
So honestly, this has been a really good session. I have a feeling you're going to be called back. So if you want Shelley back, dial 1. No, I'm joking. But ideally, I love the journey you're on.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Totally know that the journey's not done. I'm on that journey as well. And I'm super proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
And the journey's good because you're rediscovering yourself and things that you used to love, things that you used to crave. You don't crave it anymore.
No.
And you're loving the fact that your body feels better too.
Yeah.
And then you're gracefully in your 50s.
Yeah.
And you're doing things that maybe some people typically aren't doing. Yeah. So thank you so much for all of this.
You're welcome.
Did you want to say one last tip?
Believe in yourself, take the chance, and learn that we're going to make mistakes, we're going to fall. Work on the positive self-talk. And this is from somebody who is working very hard at that. Gratitude, affirmation seems so foreign. Love yourself. And that is going to help you on this journey.
Yeah. Love yourself so you can love others.
Yeah.
You cannot take care of other people if you don't take time for yourself. And it sounds impossible, but you got to try.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for the next Sandwich Years. Thanks again.
Nice talking to you.